In today's lecture, we are going to explore OLED display technology and its role in embedded systems and IoT applications. Display technologies play a crucial role in human-machine interfaces, especially in modern embedded electronics where devices need to present information clearly and efficiently. OLED technology represents a major advancement over traditional display systems because it offers higher contrast, faster response time, and significantly lower power consumption. In this lecture, we will understand the working principle of OLED displays, their internal architecture, controller technology, communication interfaces, programming methods, and real-world applications in embedded systems and IoT devices. Let's move to the next slide. First, let us understand what OLED technology actually is. OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. Unlike conventional LED or LCD displays, OLEDs use organic semiconductor materials that emit light when an electric current passes through them. The display structure consists of several thin organic layers sandwiched between two conductive electrodes. The most important characteristic of OLED displays is that they are self-emissive. This means each pixel produces its own light independently. In contrast, LCD displays require a backlight panel, which illuminates the entire display. Because OLED pixels generate their own light, they can turn completely off when displaying black colors, resulting in true black levels and extremely high contrast ratios. The light generation process in OLEDs is based on electroluminescence. When voltage is applied, electrons from the cathode and holes from the anode move toward the emissive layer. When they recombine, energy is released in the form of visible light. Let's move to the next slide. Now let us compare OLED displays with LCD displays, which are commonly used in embedded systems. OLED displays offer several technological advantages. First, OLED displays provide infinite contrast ratios, because pixels can be completely turned off. LCDs cannot achieve true black because the backlight is always active. Second, OLED displays are generally more power efficient, especially when displaying darker content. Since pixels emit light individually, only the required pixels consume power. Another advantage is viewing angle. OLED displays can provide viewing angles close to 180 degrees without color distortion. LCD displays often suffer from color shifting when viewed from different angles. In terms of performance, OLED displays have extremely fast response times, often less than 0.1 milliseconds, which makes them ideal for dynamic graphics and animations. Finally, OLED displays are thin and flexible, since they do not require a bulky backlight layer. Let's move to the next slide. Now let us look at the SSD1306 OLED controller, which is one of the most widely used display drivers in embedded systems. The SSD1306 controller is a CMOS display driver integrated circuit that controls monochrome OLED displays. The controller includes several important internal components such as display RAM, contrast control circuits, timing generators, and communication interfaces. This high level of integration reduces the number of external components required to operate the display. Most OLED modules used in embedded projects have resolutions such as 128 by 64 pixels or 128 by 32 pixels. The SSD1306 controller also supports multiple communication protocols including I2C and SPI, which allows it to interface easily with microcontrollers like Arduino, ESP32, STM32, and Raspberry Pi. Another key feature is the internal charge pump circuit, which generates the higher voltage required to drive the OLED pixels from a lower supply voltage. Let's move to the next slide. Next, we examine the communication interfaces used by OLED displays, specifically I2C and SPI protocols. The I2C protocol is a two-wire communication interface that uses a master-slave architecture. It requires only two lines, the serial data line or SDA, and the serial clock line or SCL. Because it uses very few pins, I2C is ideal for microcontrollers with limited GPIO pins. The OLED module typically has a default I2C address such as 0x3C or 0x3D, allowing it to communicate with the microcontroller. On the other hand, The SPI protocol is a high-speed synchronous communication interface. SPI uses multiple lines including clock, data, chip select, and command control signals. Because SPI operates at much higher speeds, it is preferred for applications that require fast display updates or animations. Let's move to the next slide. Now we move to the memory architecture of the OLED display, which is implemented using Graphic Display Data RAM or GDDRAM. In a typical 128 by 64 OLED display, the display memory is divided into 8 pages, where each page contains 128 columns. Each memory byte represents 8 vertical pixels, which allows the controller to efficiently store and manipulate graphical data. When the microcontroller sends display data, it is stored in GDDRAM, and the OLED controller converts this data into pixel illumination patterns. There are multiple addressing modes used for updating the display. In page addressing mode, the column address increments automatically while the page address is updated manually. In horizontal addressing mode, the column address automatically wraps to the next page, which is useful for full-screen graphics rendering. Let's move to the next slide. Before the OLED display can operate, the controller must undergo an initialization sequence. During initialization, the microcontroller sends a series of configuration commands to the SSD1306 controller. These commands configure several parameters including display multiplex ratio, display offset, scan direction, contrast level, and charge pump activation. The initialization process typically begins by disabling the display, configuring hardware parameters, enabling the internal voltage generation circuit, and finally turning the display on. This command-based configuration ensures that the display operates with the correct resolution and brightness settings. Let's move to the next slide. Programming the OLED display involves sending 2 types of data, commands and graphical data. Commands configure the display controller, while data updates the pixel content stored in display memory. To simplify development, many programming libraries are available, such as Adafruit SSD1306 and U8G2 libraries. These libraries provide high-level functions for drawing shapes, rendering text, and updating graphical content. For example, in Arduino programming, we first initialize the display using the library functions, clear the screen, and then use drawing functions to display text or graphics. These abstraction libraries greatly simplify complex display control operations. Let's move to the next slide. OLED displays are widely used in embedded systems and IoT applications. In wearable devices such as smartwatches and fitness trackers, OLED displays provide compact, high-contrast visual interfaces while maintaining low power consumption. In smart home systems, OLED displays are used in thermostats, smart locks, and control panels to provide status information. Because of their high contrast and brightness, OLED displays remain readable even in low-light environments. In industrial IoT systems, OLED displays are often used in sensor nodes and diagnostic tools where technicians need to view system data clearly from different angles. Additionally, OLED modules are extremely popular in educational prototyping platforms because they are inexpensive, easy to program, and compatible with many microcontrollers. Let's move to the next slide. To conclude, OLED technology represents a significant advancement in display engineering. Its self-emissive pixels, high contrast ratio, low power consumption, and compact form factor make it highly suitable for modern embedded systems. Controllers like the SSD1306 have simplified the integration of OLED displays into microcontroller-based systems, enabling engineers and students to easily implement advanced graphical interfaces. Looking toward the future, OLED displays are evolving with technologies such as flexible displays, transparent OLED panels, and integrated touch sensors, which will further expand their applications in wearable technology, augmented reality systems, and next-generation IoT devices. Thank you for watching, and in the next lecture we will explore advanced graphical interfaces in embedded systems.